played such an important role in the founding of the UN. You know, not only did FDR ask Rotary to provide an advisor to the group writing the charter, but we had the highest number of members from different country delegations there were Rotarians. And if we take a look at UNESCO, disregarding the fact that the US has pulled out of UNESCO, the story is, you know, I've never tried to verify it, UNESCO actually originated in a Rotary meeting in London about 3 years before the UN was officially founded. The concept for UNESCO came out of that Rotary meeting. So that I know here, Mark Maloney's plan was to really focus the convention this year around the United Nations. So I'm going to take a look and go through the agenda.
Good.
And,
okay.
and see.
If there's anything that you see is really great, let us know.
Yeah.
And I think the registration link is in that email. So if you want to sign up, that's a way to do it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take a look. I just got my refund back for Hawaii. That was unfortunate.
Okay, so, and that was about the district conference, because I forgot to start recording until Bill was in the middle of talking. Sorry about that. Anything that you have to report, Jerica?
No, not today.
Okay, that's all right. Bill and I have been going back and forth about the different website and hosting company passwords and things. So Bill, where are we with that?
Yeah.
Part of this is my fault. I didn't get stuff to you fast enough. So
no. That's I wouldn't have been able to really make progress further. It took me biting a bullet, if you would, here and buying some software I needed to overcome a problem that I had been having with developing on the website. Right now we're waiting. To be able to transfer the name so we can have it come up under the name we agreed for our club's website, it takes two things. One is you have to unlock there was a domain lock. The company that Amara, you registered with had put a domain lock. I got that unlocked, but then you need this special authorization code that you have to tell the new hosting company so that they can move over the domain registration. We're just waiting for that right now, and it should come. They said 3 days. It was Friday when I put the request in, so I don't know if they mean 3 business days or whatnot. We'll see if it comes in today or the next couple of days. But in the meantime, the website is under development. I'm developing it under a subdomain, with the idea that once we get our domain transferred, we'll just get our domain to point to it. One of the things on that is putting in the content. And what I really want to do here, I'm working on drafts, and I really want you guys to go through and help shape that. You know, in other words, I'll start off, get something out there so we have a straw man. And then let's go through. I'm trying to put in, I'm trying to make it a marketing type site so that it will interest other people in joining with us, but also to have enough meat in it so that people really can understand what we're doing and why we're doing what we're doing. And then we can link from there over to different websites for the specific projects. So I was hoping to have in time for noon today for our meeting to be able to say, hey, come look here. This and the about, I see the about us as being a very critical part of that. You know, sort of the welcome screen I'd sort of shared with you guys in the past. But then when you get into that about, which explains then leading into what are our projects. I outlined to Amar, you and Oma have seen here. Hopefully that Billy guy's going to join. But that's sort of the approach that our projects page will take. But I definitely hope Jerica is going to work with me this afternoon to try to get that about to a stage where I can send you guys a link on it and get your input.
Okay, sounds good.
Great.
That's as far as the website goes. The two other areas here is our project, our Dare to Be Great project. We have 6 teams submitted videos, 4 from New Jersey, 1 from Mexico, 1 from Portugal. There were 4 teams in Africa working, but you know, the COVID-19 has sort of hit them with a delay. And, you know, they were saying, oh, give them another couple of weeks. But what we decided to do in Africa is for them, we'll organize a specific Dare to Be Great competition for Africa. And we have sort of, it looks like we've got a combination team from Nigeria, Uganda, and Ghana that will sort of lead that effort there in the African initiative. So we can concentrate now on getting our 6 teams here through the stage, so we have that good example of the whole process, that we better understand the process. I have to say, I have learned so much in these last 5 days, as they submitted their videos, as I ran into problems getting things converted, you know, the second round here, I had posted that the approach that we're taking now is that each team had to look at all the other videos and to formulate a question of some aspect that they felt should have been in the team's videos that was not there. So those have all been submitted except for 1 team. 1 team I'm still waiting for. They promised me it would be there last night. That was as of 5 o'clock yesterday. It's not there. I'm hoping it'll come in early this morning. Then all of those questions are going into a list, and each team has 5 questions that are being asked of them, and they will have approximately 2 days to formulate a 1 to 1 minute, 20-second answer to each of those questions. And then in a Zoom session, they will present their answer. So we'll present the question. They'll have 1 minute to 1 minute, 20 seconds to answer. And then it goes to the next question, and they do the same thing over. So each of the 6 teams will have a recording of their Q&A answers. That will then be attached to the end of the videos. So when it gets played back, it will look like, okay, here's the proposal from team A. We'll see their 5-minute video, followed by their being asked questions related to that video, and they're answering those questions.
Okay.
So that, I'm hoping we'll be able to complete that by this time next week. So we'll have all the answers, all that glued together. And the next phase is for the teams, again, to look at their competitors' combination of their video plus the question and answer sections. And then they will have a Zoom session where they will discuss the strengths and weaknesses of each of the competing teams' proposals. And then that will be recorded, and that whole combination then is what we'll put online and invite people to vote on what ideas they think were the best ideas. Hopefully, as a minimum, we'll get the students in those schools where the teams are, that they should, as a minimum, participate, but we'll reach out to all the clubs that we've had contact with and ask them to spread the word. And I'm hoping that Steve Abamato from TV 12. I'm hoping here, I have reached out to his office there that they'll say something, but we're also going to reach out to the education groups in each of the big networks in New York, and see if any one of them will just say, hey, this thing exists. You know, you want to go out and see what kids are doing during COVID-19, and go and vote for what you think are the best ideas. So we'll see on that.
All right, good.
That's
Thanks.
the status of that project. Any questions on the project there? I know I sent the link to you guys to be able to view the videos, right? So I don't know who's had a chance to view them.
I have not.
Did you send it through WhatsApp? Is that
I think I sent it through the WhatsApp.
okay? I'll go and look. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. All right. See.
What I'm going to do on that as well is I'm going to send here. We sent out. I sent out here a thing about example questions that you know. I said pretend you're a venture capitalist or you're a big philanthropist, and somebody's coming to you with proposals, and you are deciding whether you're going to support or fund the proposals. And so we're asking that's the way they should view these proposals of their competition. I've already gotten feedback from some of the teams saying how much they learned in reviewing and thinking about the questions or the things that were not explained in the other videos, how much they learned for the next time they would make a video. So that, you know, to that degree, we've already won part of what our goal was.
Great.
The other thing here that I just want to touch upon is our next meeting on the 29th, I think it is. Is that correct?
That's right.
That'll be our changing of the guard meeting, right?
Yeah.
So what I would like to do on that meeting here is you know, after we go through the formalities here, is by then we'll have all our website information up with the about, the philosophy, the direction, you know, what we hope to be able to accomplish in this next 12 months, some of the items about committees and having more formal. It's all about, you know, we say creating extraordinary opportunities for people to do more with their lives than they ever dreamed possible. I think we've got to really try to live up to that. And so the idea here is for all of you, but also for all the rest of the members of the club and others that would be associates following us, is to provide those opportunities for all of you to be able to experience some of the things that I, and to a degree, Jerica has experienced here over the last few years. And Amara, you've had the opportunity to see on some of the Model UN stuff. But we want to give as many people as possible opportunities to participate in that, to the degree that their careers allow it. But I think you know, the club, part of the purpose of the club is to provide value added to the members. And if we're saying that's our purpose is to create those opportunities, and our focus is to be youth oriented, we want to see how do we make those opportunities available to as many people as possible. So I'd like to have a discussion where we discuss a little bit about the philosophy, direction, and ideas on that, and get input from the members. So I expect here the meeting on the 29th, I'd like to see us schedule an hour for that.
Okay.
So because you know, that's not something I think we can do in a 20-30 minute session there. One of the other things is the first few meetings after that in July and August, I'd like to have all the members introduce themselves formally, because we've had so many members that have not been joining. I'm going to really be pushing them to participate on the meetings, and have everybody, so the club members get to know one another better. And you know, I'm hoping here that if we count, you know, for the next 4 meetings of that, a part of each one of those meetings, we can devote to having a 5 or 10-minute introduction by each member to, you know, not only their lives, but their professional standings, their aspirations, and their hopes and desires for being a Rotarian and being part of the club. So, you know, we'll devote part of that for over the summertime here, and we'll be working on refining our projects, the steps and goals for the project. So that's what I'm hoping we can cover on the 29th.
Okay, great.
Okay, that's all I had here.
All right. Well, does anyone have anything else that they want to
I
talk
just
about?
wanted to, yeah, go ahead, Jerica.
Yep.
Okay,
Go ahead,
I just
Elder.
had, I sent you an email. Hopefully Billy should join. I know during my conversation, Bill, just for FYI, he has a number of ideas. He's part of the insurance system, and they do support some of the causes, such as fingerprinting of the kids, or things for the older geriatric population. So he may have some projects, so push him what he wants to bring in.
Yep.
It really gives us a greater visibility as an eclub.
That is really great news, and you just reminded me with that here. You know, one of the things we've talked about here was the Close the Gap project, the idea of being able to go to schools.
I did mention that one to him.
Right, and when we think right now with this whole Black Lives Matter, which really is exposing the issue of inequalities.
Yeah,
The Black Lives Matter cannot be solved if we continue to have cities like Camden and Trenton where Black males drop out at a rate of over 50%. And because you've already deprived them of the foundation to go and be able to live a productive, meaningful life. If we can get some rallying among corporations and others, I think here to be able to say, hey, I'm the sponsor of a pilot to demonstrate that we can close the gap and provide a future for so many young people that are living in disadvantaged situations and failing to get an effective education. That's a great type of a partnership. So that would really be good.
Yeah. So hopefully he should join. If he joins it, maybe he could be the first meeting. You could have a conversation, or you could have a conversation with him one-on-one. Just give him a call and see what ideas he has and what he brings to our club.
What I would suggest here is we'll wrap up here this about page over the next day or two.
Sure.
So that, you know, and that's not to say it's not like we're going to cast something in concrete and say that's the way it is. Hopefully this will be a living document, and as more members have ideas and other things, this thing may morph in one direction or another direction. But we want to explain a little bit a philosophy and a logic behind what we do, what we want to do. Yeah. And if we have that done so that he has an opportunity to see that, and then be able to arrange a online meeting with him, perhaps you and I together, or if somebody else wants to join in, where we can have a dialogue, and get him to be able to, you know, understand where we're coming from, and then have him feel comfortable to present his ideas on things that he'd like to see. Anybody who's passionate about making a positive difference, you know, we should support whatever they're coming up with on ideas.
Yeah. Also to keep a new member as an engaged member rather than
exactly. And one of the big things here, I know, Amara, we've talked about Sue and Michelle and the little bit the burnout factor there, and I really want to try to see how can we make this exciting for them. so that that they feel that, hey, you know, I really want to get back and get involved in this. And
I think it's not necessarily that they're not excited about the club. They're just, both of them have a lot of stuff going on personally right now. And I think they want to be involved with the club. They care about the club. They just are, there's a lot of stuff going on. So
yeah,
Yeah, we all have priorities, and you know,
Yeah.
we still volunteer our time to do things for the Rotary because we are passionate about it.
and,
Right.
and I think here it's up to us to provide the value added, because we every minute is an opportunity cost. We can do A
Yeah.
or we can do B, and it's
Right.
up to us to make it so that we're offering opportunities that have a value or an opportunity cost higher than
Yeah.
the other things you can do with your time. And
Yeah.
and you know, and it's our failure if we're not doing that. If people are going and saying, you know, I have to do this. I can't tell you how frustrating it's been when I'm at Rotary meetings and people are talking about, I have to do this, and you suggest, when can we get together? This was last year, you know, when we didn't have to worry about Corona, and people say, well, no, I'm scheduled to play golf on that day. You know, just say, oh, you know, we're going to talk about how many lives we might impact, and a golf game is in the way.
Yeah.
So that's up to us to go and make
Absolutely. And Bill, passion is something comes from within you. You can't impose things on folks.
But you can inspire. I mean,
Inspire,
so many.
absolutely.
If I
Yeah.
was looking here under the About Us, I have the plan of a philosophies page.
Yeah.
And I looked through that, and about 80% of everything on that page came from young people.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
the idea, but those things can inspire. You know, yes, you in the end of the day, the momentum has to come from within. But very often the thing that triggers that is something you experience from the outside.
Yeah, we all have energy. We just have to channel the energy in the right directions.
That's it. And we, you know, some things are principles that are learned. You know, when I go into a Rotary meeting and I ask people about economies of scale, and I get all these blank stares, and I'm just amazed at how many business people have never heard about economies of scale, the principle of economies of scale. You know, I'm saying, hey, we're business and civic leaders. What do you mean you never heard of it? You know, it just blows my mind. So, but as you learn about those things, you know, Rotary, we have a lot of different parts of Rotary are about helping members grow and become better leaders and more experienced leaders. And, you know, all of us, we only have the experience of things we've been exposed to. And not everybody is exposed to everything. So as we get those opportunities to help our members become exposed, that's part of what we're doing with these videos with these kids, is these kids started off, they had one idea, and as they now look at what other kids came up with ideas, and then they start thinking about how they might improve what the others have done, that's, you know, causing them to expand their thinking about how you can approach something. And that applies to whether you're a Rotarian or you're a kid.
Yep, absolutely right.
Okay. Yep. Anyway, I you know, this meeting was not scheduled to be that long a meeting, so
okay.
I
So
don't know if anybody's running out of time here.
We'll I guess finish for today. If anyone has anything else to add, feel free to email, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks and talk sooner, because we got.
And I forwarded the information about fundraising activity of Rotary, both you, Amara, and Bill.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Send it out.
Forwarded to other people, other members. I don't know how to get them, but
I'll make sure they get it, and then I'll make sure you know how to get them.
Yeah.
In
future, absolutely. Look forward to.
All right, bye guys. Have a great rest of your week.
Bye.
Enjoy it.
Well, Jarek, I'll talk to you in about a half an hour.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, right.
Take
Bye
care.
now.
Bye.